Hi everyone, my name is Mikaila and this is my mom Melinda, and today we are going to be sharing some homemaking tips all from my mom. She has been a homemaker for over 30 years, so she has plenty of experience to be able to give some tips to all of us, including me. So if that is something that you would like to watch, then we'll just get going. So I was born in 1992, and then she had my two younger sisters within the next 5 years. So she's had a lot of experience. I'm 32 years old now, and she's been a stay-at-home mom and a homeschool mom for the entirety of mine and my sister's childhood. So she's had a lot of years to learn all the tips and tricks that can help you get through your day and, you know, help things just run more smoothly in your home. So we're gonna jump right into the tips. And the first one she actually learned from my granny, so I'm gonna let her share it.
Growing up, my mom was always like, okay, when you cook, you clean while you're cooking. And then when you get done, then all you have to worry about is the dishes that you eat off. So that really made it a lot nicer. And I've learned that we try to do that at our house now.
Sammy thinks that he needs to be in the video, I guess, so you're going to see his head. So another thing that we always done growing up is that, you know, like instead of sending off your kids to another room to play and stuff like that, mom always had us with her. So if she was gardening or she went to town or we were doing house cleaning or anything like that, we always did it together.
Yeah, usually every day we worked in the garden. We picked, you know, tomatoes, made salsa. We were always together. We went to town together, we cooked together, we cleaned together, we straightened together. So
I think like a lot of people sometimes will, you know, they try to find activities for their kids to do outside of the things they're doing, and sometimes that is the right thing to do, but growing up, we always just did stuff with mom and dad, and it helped us learn a lot of stuff at a younger age. So me and both of my younger sisters, I feel like by the time we were adults, we could fully handle whatever we needed to handle in adult life, you know, if it came to managing a bank account or how to run your household, things like that. Like, we knew all that stuff because we were always doing it with mom or dad. And I think that those kind of skills are getting lost more and more in today's world. So if you can, just try to take your kids along with you. I don't have kids yet, but this is something my mom did growing up, and I do believe that it helped us.
And a lot of times, you know, like for their clothing, their shoes, whatever, we went yard selling. You know, we would find good deals on secondhand stuff. And every week, I mean, Mikaila, she was always looking in the paper to see what yard sales to go to. But we even had our neighbors call, can Mikaila tell us where all the yard sales are at? But yeah, that's one way we tried to be more frugal.
Yes. And it did help save a lot of money, and if you are a subscriber of my channel, you know that carried on into adulthood for me because I do thrift hauls and yard sale hauls, estate sales, all that stuff. So
he gets very excited over it.
Yes, I still love secondhand shopping. You can get really nice stuff for really good prices, and you know, we're all trying to save money now, so anywhere that we can, it's nice to.
Me and my husband, we actually really wanted our kids home. We homeschooled them. And one of the ways that we could do that is we hung laundry out. We had our windows up until we just couldn't bear it anymore. And then we turned the AC on. But we just really had to watch what we spent. And, you know, it was worth it to have our kids at home, you know, and teach them the values that we want them to have.
Yeah, growing up, I really didn't like hanging laundry on the line because, you know, I was a kid. I didn't really know the value of every penny. But, yeah, I didn't like it, but now I do. Me and my husband actually have plans to build a laundry line in our backyard. So it's kind of funny when you get older how you realize, you know, things that you done as a kid that were actually valuable.
And it's actually healthier, you know. The sun
you can do some research into it, but the sun actually disinfects things. And then I don't think there is any laundry detergent or fabric softener that can give you the smell that drying your clothes outside does.
Exactly.
It's just like, it's just a fresh smell that you cannot explain, and it only comes from laundry hung out on the line.
And another way that we save money is that we garden. Every single year we plant a garden. And my girls are out there with me doing it all. I mean, when it come harvest time, we done salsa, we done hot
Pickles.
tomato juice, pickles.
Pickled
We had,
okra.
yeah, pickled okra. We had neighbors coming over asking, is your pickles done? Are you,
Yeah.
you know, are you doing more pickles?
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean, and like meals, I would cook like beans, cornbread, fried potatoes, and then we'd have it for the next 2 days or
Yep.
a meal or two more. That's how we saved money.
Try to make the groceries stretch as far as we could.
Yeah. Another thing that we would do is every evening, we all done it together. We would make sure we picked up the house a little bit, so then the next morning it was a lot better. Our mornings went smoother.
Just getting clutter out of the floor.
Yeah.
We didn't ever do like a deep clean. We would just like, if there was a bunch of toys in the floor or if there was a bunch of, blankets laying around, we would just kind of organize them
Just
and
pick it up.
yeah, and maybe if the dishwasher was empty, we'd load the dishwasher really quickly.
Yeah.
We never really left a huge mess in our house often, but we would just pick up a little bit, and then the next morning would just be so much smoother because Mom actually also had a daycare when we were growing up, so our mornings would start really early, usually around 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. So we would try our best to make it where the next day, when we were all getting ready for the day, that everything was just easier to get started.
Yeah, a lot of times, their friends, neighbors, or whatever always went on vacation every year. We actually didn't go on vacation a lot. We actually would just get together and go camping on our farm. Because at the time, we didn't live on our farm. We lived in town, and we were 1.5 miles from our farmland. So we would go over there and camp, and they loved it.
Yep.
And their horses was over there, so they ride their horses. Then later on, when we started bringing in just a little bit more money, we went to Branson.
Yes. Yeah. And if you live in Arkansas, there's a very high chance that you vacationed in Branson.
Yeah.
A lot of Arkansas people go to Branson for vacation. But even when we were there, like, we would sometimes do amusement parks, but a lot of times we would just do free things, or we would have some spending money and we would go shopping, and I never felt like we missed out.
No.
Like, we would swim in the hotel pool. We were happy with that. It never bothered us any at all, the way that we lived growing up. So from a kid's point of view, we were very happy. We did a lot of fun things. It was a little bit different than other people that we knew. Some people would have big fancy vacations every summer, and it's not something that we did quite as often as others. We did it sometimes, but we tried to find joy in the simple things as much as we could.
Yep.
So just, everyday life, we would try to make it fun. And if you do that, you'd be very surprised at how much more enjoyable life can be.
The reason for living frugal is because me and my husband always wanted to have our kids home with us. So, and we wanted their values to be our values, so we homeschooled. And it was hard because my husband was the only provider income-wise, but we just was really frugal so we could be together. And that meant more to me than anything, is to have my kids with me.
Yep.
I used to have friends tell me, why do you take your kids to the store? And I was like, because that's just what I do. I want them with me.
Yeah. And we were always with Mom.
Yeah.
Like, even today, like I said, I'm 32 years old, and I live 2 houses down now. And usually if she goes to town, she asks if I want to go, or one of my sisters goes with her. We all live very close to each other. I can't imagine living far away, actually.
Yeah.
Me and my husband lived on some farmland. It was about a 20 to 30 minute drive, and I didn't like it. It was very hard to live that far from my mom, and my sisters were very, very close. And then one of my sisters has 2 little girls, and so I didn't get to see them very much either, and that was difficult. So I'm very happy to be close to everyone again.
We like to be close. I know we had internet put in recently, and then she moved in her new house and had internet put in. And I told the guy, I said, she lives close, and he said, well, at least she's not next door. And I'm like, I wouldn't care.
It doesn't bother me to live close to my parents. I know some people wouldn't like that, but it doesn't bother me. So, but anyways, that is all of the homemaking tips that we have for today. I really hope that it blessed some of you with, if you are struggling maybe with, you're having to live really frugal or on low income, just know that it is possible.
Yes.
My parents did it for my entire life. Me and my husband do it. One of my sisters does it that is married. The other one is not married yet, so she still is out doing her own career and stuff. But anyways, we really hope that it blessed y'all, and we thank you so much for watching. I hope that you're having a wonderful day or night, whatever time it is that you're watching this. God bless each and every one of you, and I will see you next time.
God bless.
Bye.